All right, how's everybody doing? Welcome back. Let's jump right into it. The stock market is not a wealth generator. Okay, so we're going to review what the stock market is and what a wealth generator is and why the stock market is not there to build your wealth. Secret is there to grow your wealth. All right off the rip, grab the free PDF book. It's good looking. I like that bright blue color. Excellent. Grab that thing. It looks good. Buy the hard copy. Okay, so when I wrote this, 2 months ago, stock market was crashing. Right now, today, the stock market is crashing. All right. I'm not worried about it. Why? Because the stock market is not building my wealth, it's growing my wealth. I understand how to build wealth outside of the stock market, and that's what we're going to talk about. Okay. Interest rates are up in the air. The Federal Reserve is playing with interest rates. They still are. We're at about 2.5% federal funds rate right now. So it could be going up, which as interest rates go up, stock market go down. Stocks usually go down to counterbalance that. Okay. Now, what is a wealth generator? A wealth generator is an investment where you control the outcome. You are an insider. Okay. So that's why the stock market is not a wealth generator. I could put in $10,000 to McDonald's, but other than removing my money, I have no control over how many dividends I get, how many people they hire, fire, what new shops they open to make more money. I have no control. Okay, it's passive. Okay. Now, for that reason, your 9 to 5 job is not a wealth generator because you can't go to your boss and say, "Hey, give me extra raise for $10,000 a year." That's the problem with the job. You have to wait. You have to earn your money, which is steady, it's consistent. So you make a sacrifice. You get that consistent paycheck, but you're not in control of your own growth. So we want to have certain wealth generators in our life that can help us overcome and where we can control the outcome. Okay. Now, I'll give you some examples of wealth generators. Let's say we start with a garden business. My revenue is $200 a month by selling fruits, veggies, and herbs. However, as inflation rises, I can increase my price to make $400 a month. I have control. Or I can reduce my inputs. So maybe I could buy seeds for cheaper or soil for cheaper or grow my fruits faster. Anything I can do to make my profit margins higher. Okay. Or I can make the farm bigger. Now, then I have a You Pick It farm, blueberry farm, which gives me another $200. And then I do a worm farming and I can create another $300. Okay, so now my wealth generator is $900 a month. And then I can add in a YouTube channel focus on all these things, or a podcast focus on all these things to have even more cash flow. So I can keep adding and adding and adding. So I'm going to maximize my wealth generator to keep making more money. So say I want to have a worm t-shirt, right? So I have a little mascot, he's a worm, and I can make him famous, and I can put him in shirts and stuff. I can sell them on my farm. Now I'm making an extra, let's say $50 a month by selling 2 or 3 t-shirts. Whatever the case, how hard is it for you to make an extra $50 a month at your job? What would you have to do? Go ask somebody for help. You're in control. Okay. Now, this is where the stock market comes in. When you're making, say, $1,000 a month from your wealth generator, do you use that for expenses? The answer is no. Okay. So the Millionaire Fast Lane by DJ DeMarco explains. You need to put your money into a money system. Okay. So now I'm producing $1,000 a month for my wealth generator. Now I use that money to fund my money system. That money system is what? The stock market. So I'm making $1,000 a month. I don't want that money just to stop there and go spend it on expenses. because that means my wealth generator needs to keep producing more money. If I take that $1,000 a month and put it into dividend paying stocks or index funds, preferably dividend paying stocks, now that $1,000 a month potentially could be paying me $5 a month. If I keep doing that, eventually my wealth generator and my money system will be paying me. So say I do that for 10 years, $1,000 a month in dividend paying stocks. Eventually, hopefully, it ends up being, $2,000 a month in dividends, plus my $1,000 wealth generator is still paying, say, $2,000. So I have two money streams now: the wealth generator and the dividend stocks. So that's what the stock market is for. It's your money system. You find out how to make the money outside of the stock market. Then once you do that, you use that money to fund your money system. The stock market is the money system. It's not the actual wealth generator. What happens, and I think I'm going to get off topic a little bit. What happens when we try to use the stock market as a wealth generator? We start making bad decisions. We go to work, we have $1,000, and we say, oh, okay, well, I need this $1,000 to turn into $2,000. So what do I need to do? So you start looking at high flying stocks, meme stocks, GameStop. We start doing things like that don't buy us any dividends, that aren't for the long term, because we're trying to 2x, 3x, 4x our money. The stock market's not built for that. Can it happen from time to time? Sure. Do you have a speculation budget? Sure. Maybe 1% to 5%. But if you're putting your hard-earned dollars into a casino, and that's what most people think the stock market is, all stocks and everything are going to be a casino, which is not the case. But most people see that people lose money in the stock market trying to turn it into a wealth generator, trying to 2x, 3x their money. Okay. So now here are my wealth generators. Real estate. My houses that I own are my wealth generators. Mainly because, especially my second house is my main one, two of them. So my second house I bought with a VA loan. I have no money in it, and it's going to produce me $400 a month. Okay. Also, my rental rooms, because it costs me nothing to start those up, and they're paying me $1,700 a month. That's cash money. Okay. That's cash money that I can invest. Now, books and blogging. It's a little slower run. Okay. It's a little slower. But books and blogging. I can create books and blogging for very low cost, like $200 a year, but I can spit out $500-600 a year. And as those books get bought, as people buy those books, that money is going into my money system. Okay, so I use all these things together to make my wealth generators, and then I fund my money system. Currently, my money system generates $1,000 a month. So my dividends are paying me $1,000 a month. Okay. So that allows me not to freak out in the stock market. My wealth generators are still in place. I still have a job, and I'm growing my money system slowly. Okay. And I'm focused on dividends, not on capital appreciation, which means the money is going up. When the stock market crashes, my dividend yield goes up. That's the good part about not having a wealth generator in the stock market. Now, if I was preying on Google and Amazon to go up in price and they crash, yes, it is very stressful. I'm not receiving dividends from those stocks. I don't have our wealth generators in place, and I'm depending on Google to retire. Now, I'm not dependent on Google. I know now that I'm 41 years old. If I hold on to my houses and say I want to keep renting rooms, my rental rooms will pay for my house, and say all my houses get paid off and I still do rental rooms. That alone will be enough for retirement. Let's say I pay off the house I'm currently in, and the rental rooms now are going for $900. So in 20 years, they're probably going for at least $1,600. And with a paid off house, I'm making $3,000 a month. Yeah, I got to live with people, I might not be as comfortable as I want to be, but I know that my wealth generator will still be there. I can still leverage it as required. Okay. So life is full of abundance. That's what wealth generators are. They're there, and they don't need to make a lot of money. If you can create something that gives you $200 a month that you didn't put investment and you have none of your money invested. Say you bought a barn house for $8,000 and you rent it for $200 a month. Say in 3 years, your barn house paid off. Now it's your wealth generator. Now all your money's paid back, and you can keep earning income off it for the rest of your life. That's called an infinite return. Okay, so you could take that $200 a month and put into the stock market. So we talk about automated businesses like renting cars, vending machines, ATMs, storage sheds. You can rent parking space. You can start a dog park. You could be creativity, music, photography, art and design, YouTube, podcast. You can write blogs. All these things are where the real wealth is at. Start one of those things, let it compound, and then use that money to fund your money system, which is the stock market. None of us want to see our hard-earned cash evaporate in the stock market. It's not fun. Okay. Now, again, but when it's your money system, you're focused on the output, the outcome, which is dividends. You're focused on dividends. And there's something in between your job. So you have your job, your wealth generators, and your money system. Those three things combined will make you wealthy. Okay. Eventually, you won't need your job. Your wealth generators will do all the work. Okay. So, but if it's just your job and then the stock market, things can get dicey. So hopefully I helped you understand why the stock market is not a wealth generator. It's there to use as a money system. It's there to take your $1,000 and slowly turn it from 1,000 to 2,000 over the course of 5 years, 6 years. But if you do that enough, your wealth just keep going. If you're trying to take your $1,000 and 2x it in a year or two, you might get it once, but then in the next 5-10 years, you won't get it so much. Okay. It'll be extremely hard to 2x your money every year on the year. Very hard. It's a lot easier to earn 5 to 8% in the stock market, either by growth or by dividends. So the stock market is the money system, not the wealth generator. All right. With that being said, I'm going to wrap it up. Take a look at the artwork, grab the book. These are complex topics. I've read a lot of books to kind of put this in there, but you need the background story. So The Millionaire Fastlane is a good book. Do the research, understand the principle, understand what the stock market is there for, and then you won't have any issues in there. All right, with that being said, see you next time.